Okay, so this is, okay, I'm gonna try this again with my wigs. So, I'm gonna do a video on commonly asked questions on my wigs. I would have done this sooner, but I also don't know how to use the webcam on my laptop because that's how great I am with it. So I'm gonna use my phone for this. The quality of my wigs aren't gonna be as good looking on here, so I hope you can bear with me. And if you get irritated or bored with me talking, you can always skim through to see other things, I guess, if you just get bored with a certain point in my video, I guess. So I'm gonna start now. And I'm gonna start off with my first wig, which is going to be my short red spiky wig. I got it a year ago, and I didn't get it because of the reasons I wear wigs now, actually. It was because I wanted to try out a new color, and I also didn't want to have to dye my hair to be like, oh god, this looks so stupid, why did I do that? And then I'd have to deal with a really terrible color. Also, red is a really hard color to keep up with, so I didn't want to have to deal with that either. So I just went ahead and I got a wig that would last longer, and it was only $8. And I liked it a lot, and I didn't have to realize that I never had to style my hair. And everyone always complimented me on my hair, and nobody could even notice that it was a wig the whole entire time I had it. Although I was like, oh, this isn't my hair, this is a wig, I got it. And people were so fascinated by it, and it was really weird. So I kind of had this plan where I was gonna like grow my hair out, because after a while I had to dye it black for a wedding, and it was terrible because I hate dark colors on me other than this. I really hate dark colors, and it made me feel bad about myself. So I was just kind of like, you know what, I'll just let my hair grow out, and I'll just wear wigs, and when my hair gets grown out enough, I'll quit wearing this, and I'll just go back to my old hair, and I'll just dye it and fix it like it was before, which that wasn't the case, because I obviously got too addicted to wigs. Because after a while, my hair finally got down to about shoulder length, and it was still really thin, it was damaged, it was an ugly black color, and I knew if I bleached it, I was just going to have to cut it all back off anyway. So I was just kind of like, well, I'll shave my head, and then I'll just keep going with more and more wigs. Which also leads to, because I got tired of short hair, which also leads to, this wig. And, which is originally shoulder length, and it was really curly. And I got it around November, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just like, oh cool, wigs, whatever, it'll be perfect. And the company didn't give me the best quality wig, because it looked really nice on the on eBay with waist length, the curly, but when I got it, the curls were really matted up because they folded it really taggy, and the curls were wrapped around with other wig hair, so it was tangly and I couldn't brush it, and it natted and matted up every time I wore it. I didn't know what I was doing, so I eventually cut it all off. Well, it was originally a little bit longer than this, but I also got irritated with that too, so I cut it all off. And I've lost half the hair from brushing it really roughly because I didn't know what I was doing either. So the wig cap at the top is now showing because of how rough I was with it. And like all the other wigs I have, they also have what is called a front lace wig, where it's laced at the front, and oh, of course. And then towards the back, it has kind of a vent looking thing to kind of vent your head. And there's clips and straps to it, so you can strap and tighten it onto your head a little bit tighter if you have a really small head like I do, and you really need it. And a lot of people ask me, are they itchy? Do they bother you? Are they hot? Which I I've never really had an issue with my wigs itching, although I did use what you call a stocking cap, which is a wig cap that kind of looks like a really short stocking, but it's for your head. And those for me are really, really itchy. For some people they're not. It all depends on what you use and what kind of material of the wig you get. Now, I'm going to show you what is my personal favorite wig, which is going to be the only wig that really isn't high temperature silk. Well, I have another one, but I'm going to get to that later. Which, this one is synthetic. It's also, this one is a little bit better because it has kind of clips along with it. And what you do is you hook it into your hair, which makes it a lot sturdier. And this one, I didn't personally buy this myself. It originally had another owner. And the girl said she got it from Amazon for about $60. It's high temperature. You can curl it, flat iron, wash it. I've washed it several times, and I've curled it more than it was originally. And you can add extensions in it, which I've done before. And it has this roots at the top, which gives it more of a natural look. And I bought it off this girl for about $15, $20, so I was really lucky in that area. And so, yeah. And then there's these kind of wigs that I have, which I'm going to put this up for sale, which it has this red, pretty undertone. And it's black on top. It's also parted in the middle. Same thing, lace at the bottom, on the inside, and with the straps. And I don't think this is heat resistant, but it's also really high quality. And I've never really worn it because black is a really bad color for me personally. And the original price was about $30, so I'll probably sell it for $20. Since I haven't worn it, it's just kind of been in my bags, folded up. I haven't really been a big fan of it, so if you're interested, you can always message me for that. And a lot of people will tell you that eBay is a really bad place to buy wigs and stuff from because you will end up with some shit quality wig like this, and you won't get your money's worth, which this is the only wig that I've really had a big deal with. But you see this wig, like Halloween synthetic wig, which is supposed to come in as a high quality temperature wig, and it had blue through here, which is like a party streamer looking thing, so I had to cut that out, and it tangles up really easy, and now it's really frizzy at the bottom, so it's all the way up to here. So you have to really be careful on who you buy from, and what the seller is, and the feedback. And you also have to be careful with the feedback too, because sometimes people pay money for positive feedback, so you have to be careful with that. And this one is also the same color as this hair that I also have on, and I got this one a few days ago. I haven't really styled it or anything, it's just kind of a bob. It was about $15. I got it because it was cute and I wanted something kind of elfy. And a lot of you have seen this wig, which is one of my favorite cosplay wigs. It's kind of like a little mermaid look to it. It's not very styled right now, but this one I've had for a month or two, and it's still pretty high quality. It looks a little bit more shiny in the light, but it's not this shiny, I promise. If you've seen any of my pictures, you would realize that it's not that shiny. And this is also from another wig shop in Missouri, and I'm also selling this too because it's black and it's not my color. It's a cute little bob. I haven't worn it, and the back's kind of plain, and it also has the lace inside and the straps where you can tighten it up, and it has a cute purple fringe that kind of swoops over to the side. It's not high temp, but again, it's also high quality. That's the top part, so it has a realistic top to it. And I'm gonna sell this for about $20, so you can message me for that one too. And a lot of high temp silk wigs, they'll tell you that you can dye them, and that's not really the case. If you're thinking that you can use regular hair dye on them, because I tried to use it on this plain white wig, and I was gonna dye it a bunch of multicolors because I wanted something cute, but as you can see, it only left a bit of like a highlight kind of thing through it. And I didn't realize that it actually meant like the Sharpie dye or whatever. So you might want to brush up on your knowledge and look up online about how to dye wigs, because I definitely didn't know until I looked it up that you weren't supposed to use regular hair dye because it doesn't, the silk doesn't absorb and take in hair dye like your hair does. And I didn't know that. I thought it was just kind of, I thought it would like stain or whatever. But beyond the zone, manic panic, splat, that it doesn't work on silk. So future reference, that's a bad idea. And I also got this for a cosplay. It's new. It's also super shiny. Right now, I washed it and it dulled down a little bit, but I still gotta do some powder. Usually when your wigs come in like this shiny, where it's like, oh god, why is this, oh god, I'm blinded by so shiny wig. That sounds stupid, but you can use baby powder or body powder to kind of dull down the wigs, and it gives them a nice, more natural look, kind of like this one. See the difference? This is, okay, maybe not, but this is a lot duller than this one. That's because it's been through more washes and powdering and everything else. This one is a brand new wig, and it hasn't been through anything, so there's that. And by the way, if you go to cut your wig, make sure you know what you're doing, because I kind of messed up on this one, and hair doesn't grow back, but you can always get extensions for them, which that's probably what I'm going to do with this wig, if I'm not very happy with it after a while. And that's all I could think of at the moment. And I'm going to make another tutorial on how to put on wigs, because it was also requested, and I'm running out of time for YouTube videos. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any more questions, I will put them in another video down here below. Well, my arms look really weird and skinny, and I have a cat. And also, I didn't show off this one a lot, but this one came out pretty cute. They had an odd ponytail thing at the top, so I had to blow dry it down. I wouldn't advise any blow drying on wigs that aren't heat resistant, because they will melt. I learned that the hard way. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and subscribe to me if this didn't bore you to death, and bye.